Hi, friends. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Katie, and welcome to Okay, but Did You Know? A podcast where we talk about the TV and media that we love with a friend who's never seen it before.
Today we're recapping and chatting about Once Upon a Time, episode 611, Tougher Than the Rest. This episode aired on March 5th, 2017. It was written by our showrunners, Eddie and Adam, because this was our mid-season premiere, and it was directed by Billy Gerhardt. Now, before we get into our recapping and chatting, let's go over a synopsis for Tougher Than the Rest. In Minnesota, 1990. After having run away from her group home, an older boy sees Emma about to burn a book of fairy tales for kindling. He convinces her that she can change her fate if she just believes, and he helps her get back in the system where she can be cared for. In the Wish Realm, after the portal closes, Robin makes his way with Emma and Regina's jewelry, and now they need a new way home. Emma has an idea and goes to find Pinocchio, believing that he can do what his father did and carve a wardrobe from an enchanted tree to get them home. Regina can't leave without answers, and she needs to know if this version of Robin is better off without her. The two are captured by the Sheriff of Nottingham and later Rumpelstiltskin. It's then that she realizes this Robin isn't really better off because he never had the love in his life that set him on his noble path. Emma and Pinocchio try to work on the tree, but after Henry has put out a reward for Emma's return, a new version of Hook enters trying to save her, but he doesn't succeed. Pinocchio is distraught because his father's chisel is broken in the scuffle, and he no longer believes in himself. Emma finds his birthday present for her, a swan, and realizes the boy from her past was August keeping an eye on her. And now it's her turn to help him believe. He carves the wardrobe, and Emma, Regina, and this new Robin walk through. And in Storybrooke, now that the hooded figure is at large, David is determined to find him before Emma gets home. Gideon explains to his parents that he was raised in a terrible realm controlled by the Black Fairy, and if he kills the Savior, then he gains her powers and he can defeat the Black Fairy and save the others. Once Emma, Regina, and Robin make it back to Storybrooke, Gideon corners Emma on Main Street. While they do fight, this is not their fated match, which is yet to come, and Gideon gets away.
Yeah, this was an episode.
This is a very mid-season premiere kind of episode. It's a recap
Yeah.
of everything that happened. It's a recap of everything that happened last time because we are refreshing, the audience's memory after 3 months off, give or take, maybe like 3.5.
I just had a week
So
off.
yeah, that's a little different. But yeah, we had a lot of. I forgot how annoying Gideon is.
Yeah, I do have a note just about McKenna Grace because we love her, and
Yes.
it's so fun. It's really fun watching her grow up because we watching this now as she's literally like in the next Hunger Games movie
Yeah.
and playing adult characters and teen. I mean, she still plays teenagers because she was just in the Scream 7, which, man, they killed her off fast,
Mm.
which was really disappointing because she was the main reason I watched it.
Yeah. She's old enough now to have younger versions of her characters, though.
She is, and I just it between her and Bailey Madison, I'm like, all right, who are we using now, guys?
Yeah. We're out of youngsters from that generation, at least.
We are. They're not babies anymore. But it was nice seeing
No.
baby McKenna Grace grace our screen again.
Yeah.
But Gideon is annoying and confusing because in my brain, I'm just like, why does he? I get, and I know you're going to tell me like, oh, well, it's because of how he grew up and the aging and this and the that. But I'm like, we're killing the savior instead of going to the savior for help.
Mm-hmm.
You have powers, but you want the savior's powers. And I'm like, you just want to be a hero, then fucking be one.
Yeah, him
Like,
having magic, I don't remember where
why
that
do we
came
need the
from.
savior's powers? He has powers. His father's the dark one. I mean, like, why don't you just go for help?
I'm pretty sure it's his Gideon's backstory is mostly done in My Mother's Helper, I think is that episode.
Okay,
Is
how
that was
much?
the episode? That's what episode? Mother's Little Helper. That was close.
That's
We're
a
getting
ways away.
yeah, we got about like a little over like for us because we're taking a couple of breaks. It's gonna be about 2 months for us, but give or
We're
take.
tired.
We're tired. We need breaks. As we established before we started recording, like if we don't get like once we get a break, the energy kind of reinvigorates when we do this for a
Hmm.
while. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Mother's Little Helper is where we see that backstory because the Black Fairy's a different backstory. But I will be honest, this is a place of I don't remember him having magic confuses me currently because I'm just like, why? But I think I wrote this down towards the end, or not, I don't know. Um, But this is kind of like another example of kind of what I said. I don't remember which episode it was because I think I listened to it recently. But Gideon is kind of another example of like what happens when you raise a child with some level of purpose.
Yeah.
Because you, like I said, like, you know, when you raise the child with purpose, you know, to be the savior, or to be the king, or whatever, like, you get Arthur, you get River Song, you get a sociopath. So you do also get Gideon in this situation. The thing of like time working differently there is just a factor of that's why he's 28 years. Like it does not, it's not like he's a 28-year-old man with like the brain of a child. He is 28 years old.
Yeah. I used to know, like, culturally.
Yeah.
Time
But
moves differently culturally. Like, what did he actually grow up in? Because we don't really have that insight at this point. Like,
it's the same kind of
you
Enchanted
know,
Forest medieval-y shit.
okay. You get what I'm saying? Because now that we see the whole alternate, like, there's so many different realms and now
Yeah.
alternate things that people can actually exist out of.
Yeah.
But I think I was all August. I missed August.
Yeah.
I like August.
I like that adult Pinocchio is functionally like he is different than August.
I do too. I really do too.
Like Ian did a good job
Um,
with that.
and then, I'm like, this is actually hilarious. Killian with his beer belly and aged up was like that was probably the best part of the episode. It
Yeah.
was so funny. And we only get such a tiny bit of him. And
Yeah.
and then, my heart just breaking when Robin gives her the feather
Mm-hmm.
and I'm ready to cry. And I'm like, please let it work. Please let Robin go with her. Please let this bitch be happy. I'm begging. Like, I can't keep doing this. And then I just went, oh my God, it fucking worked. Thank fuck.
Well, because again, like I can point out, I'm pretty sure, like, I guess obviously the whole thing is like, that the whole realm was created out of a wish, and they have their own justifications for maybe why like his soul had to go somewhere. I like my theory that I come up with last week, that it's
Okay.
he wasn't in the realm until David made his wish.
Yeah.
Because I mean that does, I mean you can functionally
Because that's why he's
having,
younger.
yeah, that's my justification, because I think that makes, given the fact that everyone else is the correct age except Robin, that's why I think he ended up in that situation, because of David's wish of the queen getting exactly what she deserves. Um,
And she
and
deserves
yeah,
happiness.
she does. She deserves a handsome, hunky man.
Don't we all?
And like this is like, and to be fair, like, so this Robin is different than her Robin, as we've established. Like I said, like
Yes.
this is Robin of Locksley. This is not the noble thief. So he's a little darker. He's got a little more edge
I
to him.
like that though. I like that we have like a darker version of him now. I
He's a
feel
little
like he'll
snarkier. I like that.
well, I think he'll fit even better with Regina now because Regina is already, going through this whole process with her evil queen side and seeing you can tell she's seeing more introspection and looking more into herself and like actually
Yeah.
processing all of that and what that means to
Hmm.
her and bringing in a darker version of the man she loves and like it's gonna be really nice too. Like he's still like I obviously he's attracted and he's interested. He's like, oh fuck yeah, let's go. Like
Oh yeah.
let's go on an adventure. All right. It's gonna be, I think, really nice watching him fall in love with her again. Because she's already in love.
Hmm.
But watching him fall in love with her again, but just a different version of himself. Like I'm happy with this. Regina's getting what I want her to get.
And it's also a thing of like she's gonna have to unlearn some things, because yes, he looks like the man she loved, but he really isn't.
Yeah.
So
She's
it's gonna be a little
learn a
different.
new person.
Yeah.
I think she'll still love him
So
though.
I mean, you can also tell in the performance, like you can see like Lana missed her buddy.
Yeah.
Like you can tell it. There's because like, and like all of us, like there's a familiarity there when like you're back with somebody that you haven't seen in a while or something like that. So you can like see like there's the
Well, no
ease
one
of
was
the
happy that he died.
no one was, him least of all. But there's a comfortability in the performance that like you can tell, like it's like when I think we watch these shows so closely, and it's like so much
Yeah.
you see a different, like it's and like it's the parasocialism, like we feel like we know these actors, we don't, we don't know these people, but
No, God no.
but there's like a bit of like you can kind of sense the familiarity in their dynamics in the scenes that they're in. So like this season so far, we've seen a lot of like the evil queen with like the guest stars, like with the Count of Monte Cristo. You can see that there's not quite the comfortability there. There's like
Mm-mm.
obviously there's the massive comfortability with Bobby. That's a little different. But there's just such an ease with Lana and Sean that comes through regardless of the dynamic with Regina and Robin.
Yeah.
So.
It's
like
nice
even with like Colin and Josh.
It's nice to have the band back together.
Yeah.
I know, their little bromance, it's so sweet. Nothing really happened. Like
the story, it was hard to write a synopsis for the Storybrooke one because it's important to mention it in the synopsis, but like this is a case of we really didn't need so much of the back and forth. Like it was a lot of Gideon brooding. Maybe this is because I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention a lot to those scenes. So there's a lot of Gideon brooding and a lot of David going, I made the wish. I'm the reason why he's here. No, you're fucking not. It's literally, this is the definition of literally, this is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like the queen getting what she deserves wasn't being turned into a snake. I'm not going to say anything else, but like that, it's literally just a coincidence. It's literally just a coincidence. But that's how they want you to make it. They wanted to make it look like he made the wish and like her being turned into a snake is what she deserves. Like, the evil queen will be settled with in 614. We got a few weeks for that, but which is a beautiful episode. It's a beautiful episode, and that is one that Lana constantly says is her favorite.
Okay.
That one has Tinkerbell in it again.
My love will be back.
Very, very briefly.
I love her. That's it. I just need to find the DVDs for iZombie at this point. Like, I want to rewatch again so bad. I know. Who needs to watch new shows? I still haven't finished fucking Has Been Hotel season 2. I started.
Oh, did you see that Has Been? They officially got greenlit for season 5, so they're gonna get the whole story they want.
Oh, good. That makes me happy. Yeah. But no, I miss Rose, and I haven't caught up on Ghosts either.
Neither have I, and I
don't really feel like watching it.
I was talking to my friends that got me to watch it, and they're in the same place I am, where it's like they have so many interesting avenues they can take it, and they've just because they've introduced so many things that could make the world more rich and more interesting, and they've just chosen to do more heightened ghost shenanigans. Like they don't really use the B&B in the restaurant enough. Like it would be, if you want to do that kind of like, Monster of the Week kind of story situation, they could do that with new B&B guests that are causing issues or more restaurant hijinks. And instead they just are inventing reasons for more ghosts to be on the property. And it's just getting to be a bit much. So that
sounds like they seem to see that guests that people, viewers like the ghost all that much. But I'm like, I need the humans mixed in too. Please.
We can't like the humans if you don't give us any.
Yeah, we need a little bit more. Like, we have our human characters that we keep seeing over and over again. Well, like, you can give us some more.
Mm-hmm.
And the ghosts are interesting, don't get me wrong, and that's a lot of fun. Like, I love that 420 episode that they did. That was hilarious.
That was funny,
I think that's one of my favorite episodes.
And I didn't watch it, but I like that they did another St. Patrick's Day episode, because, like, they're adding something to the repertoire. So, like, they're giving, I like that they're utilizing Hetty's ghost power by giving that kind of like how Bob's does like Thanksgiving episodes, like doing a holiday that other shows don't always do because they have a reason to.
But no, I just haven't, like, because usually you just start, you're like, oh, I really need to watch this. I'm excited. I don't have the same excitement. Maybe I'll get to it soon when I actually, get some time off.
Yeah, I've been not watching actual shows. What I did I'm very close to finally finishing Rizzolian Isles. I realized I never actually finished it. I don't think I made it much past the beginning of season 5 when I first watched it the first go around. Because like once I hit a certain point, I was like, I don't remember this. I never watched this. So I've never actually seen the last 2 seasons. But what I did the other day, because I'm an adult with free will, I scrubbed through a bunch of the episodes that Sasha Alexander is in of Shameless just to watch her scenes. Because I am an adult with free will.
Oh, honey. And I know exactly what you've been watching.
Uh-huh.
Shameless is one of my comfort shows.
And like, I probably will one day go back and actually watch Shameless, but I was like, I
really want you to, actually.
I'm aware.
Which means you'll never do it.
Here's the thing is, not because you told me to. One day I'll just be like, I'll just put it on and that'll be it. But like,
it's so good.
But yeah, like, and like I knew enough of the context to know like what I was watching, because like just her scenes don't really require a whole lot of context.
You just see a lot of her.
Exactly. That's why
You see
you're
a
aware.
lot of her.
You're aware of why I was watching that because I'm an adult with free will. That's why I've been
And we're
scrubbing
allowed
through.
to do that because the actor signed on to do that.
Yes. And like
They signed a contract.
And like I'm not being weird about it by like messaging her on Instagram saying, "Hey, guess what I'm doing?" That's
People
like
are so weird.
People would do that. But like it's all the same reason why. And also I've watched Swingtown in its entirety enough times that I'm also allowed to do this. Like I texted you a couple weeks ago. I was like, "You never started Swingtown, right?" You're like, "No." I was like, "Great," because I'm gonna go through and just watch Lana's scenes because I'm an adult with free will.
I can't say much. I like Shameless is one of my comfort shows that I will just throw on in the background a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm curled up in bed, but I'm not entirely tired yet. We're gonna watch Shameless. Like I've probably watched that show twice through just in the past 6 months. Like it's just one of those shows. Look, it's better that than BoJack Horseman. If I go back and watch BoJack Horseman one more fucking time, I'm depressed. But I'm trying to keep myself away from that.
Noted.
So
Noted.
yeah, if you call me or text me or I mention just that I'm watching BoJack Horseman, you know who to message.
Okay.
Just saying. You know exactly who you need to message and what needs to be done.
All right.
Because it's not good. I don't need to watch it. I don't need to watch it. I haven't been. I've been watching Shameless instead.
Okay.
And, anime from the 90s.
It's a good combo.
I've embraced anime again. I think I really missed it. I used to watch anime all the time, read lots of manga when I was in high school. And then, the bullying set in. And then I went to college and it was even more bullying if you did stuff like that when I was in college. So it's kind of nice. I mean, that lovely time of my 30s where I'm like, I'm returning to my nerdy shit. Which includes just throwing on the extended editions of Lord of the Rings all the time, reading manga, watching anime. Like, I'm enjoying myself.
I know you are.
I'm happy. Just be happy for me.
Hey, we're all consuming media that we enjoy.
Yours just is pieces of shows.
And you know what? And it makes me happy.
I know. I just think it's funny. You're just like, I'm going to scrub through. And you got me over here going, let's have an extended cut marathon of Lord of the Rings.
And I'm just like, nope, tits.
Me, Battle of Helm's Deep. You, boobies.
I like what I like. What can I say?
I mean, I like some nice boobies too.
And it's like, I don't always do that. Like, it's a case of like, this is the one where like we're in severe brain burnout mode and I need short form entertainment, but I don't want to scroll through TikTok.
See, I'm getting so bored with TikTok. I don't think I go on there barely at all anymore.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know what I interacted with. My regular feed has been a lot of Once Upon a Time content. Like both people commenting stuff, like it's commentary or it's compilation.
Is that why your phone's in another room so it doesn't hear us?
No, it was just charging.
No, I'm teasing.
I know.
I'm just teasing.
But I don't, because like normally like the Once Upon a Time stuff tends to stay on the feed of the Once Upon a Time account, which at this point I'm basically going to keep, like, I'm not going to post too much to that account anymore. Like, until I've got something worth saying. Because like, I think I saw this, I can bring this back into Once Upon a Time. There was a convention last week that I think was in France that it was supposed to be Lana Bex and Sean, but Bex had to cancel last minute, which I think she's right. I think this is the first time she's ever had to do that. Like she tries to not cancel conventions if she can help it. But someone commented on, and there was a video, and like they weren't wrong. She seemed off. It seemed like it was an off day for Lana. And you're like, she seems so bored. And I'm like, and some people are like, there were some other like logistical issues, so she was probably like not in the best mood. She's like kind of irritated. But like if you see clips of like, you saw clips of like her like with the fan interactions, she didn't let that affect the fan interactions. It was like she just did seem a little disinterested during the panel.
It's been how long as well, though?
And that's my point, is like she's been talking about this same and like, to be fair, some people, they never get tired about talking about stuff.
Look at Nathan Fillion.
Exactly. Like she has been going to conventions and panels and talking about this show for the last 15 years.
You can get a little tired of that by then.
It's a lot of the same questions. It's a lot, and it's like every once in a while someone will come up with something that's interesting and for her to talk about. But like, because I think from that same panel I saw a really good bit of her talking about when she found out about like other countries dubbing. She was very animated talking about that. I think a bit of it, like, and that's partially why I've stopped making content for the Once account, and why if I do go live there, it's not to talk about Once Upon a Time. Because I did do a Once live the other day, And I was like, this is why I don't do this. It's the same questions I've been asked 50 times. And I've only had that account for like 5 years.
Yeah.
And I've only been doing lives probably for like the last 3. So like, it's very easy to get burnt out on answering the same thing over and over again. I've got some very quick responses and justifications and why I'm like, it's almost always something about season 7, and my response is always, I'm not going to talk about that because I don't have an opinion because I haven't seen it enough times. What do I think of the Frozen arc? That's still the question I get all the time.
It was a good arc. I liked it.
It's the most divisive arc, and it's like that, and like, what do you think about the show leaning more into Disney? And I'm like, it always did. People are just stupid.
That was like that from the beginning.
Like, it's a lot of the same questions, and I'm getting burnt out on that. So like, the stuff I'm posting on that account at this point, like, probably it won't be very active until it has been season 3.
I'm honestly very tempted to get rid of TikTok. I don't really go on there anymore, and when I do, it's not enjoyable. I scroll and all it is ad after ad after ad. And the thing is though, is now my Instagram's turned into that too. It used to not be that bad. Now I was scrolling reels today and I'm like, why am I getting an ad like every third reel?
Yep.
It's all just ads. And I think a lot of us are also just craving something that's not on our phones.
Yeah. No,
I think that's a huge thing going on right now. Is I think we're all burnt out. I don't think it's a burnout of social media. I think we're burnt out on capitalism.
Yeah.
So, because you can't scroll and just find good content anymore. It's all ads. Even when you find a good video and you're like, cool, this is nice, it's someone with it's sponsored content.
Yep.
So, I think we're just burnt out as a society.
Mm-hmm. No,
that's us being like, we need to take a couple weeks off.
Well, because like also with the podcast, I'll start. I'm assuming you're out of notes.
Yeah.
This is why we've got on this like 10-minute tangent.
I figured nothing happened.
That's why we're going on this 10-minute tangent.
You're welcome.
When I'm done with this, I'll start with the fun facts. But we collectively decided, obviously, to change the posting cadence, but also because we also stopped doing specials because we just didn't have time. We would rather get the main series out, and since we haven't really done a special in, I'm going to go 6 months.
Yeah, I need to get one.
This is the longest we've done. This is the longest we've done the same spans of content since we started doing specials. So like that at least made it a little interesting. It was, different. It was either a book or a movie or a topic. And so we had more to talk about. And it made it more interesting to do the Once and the Bob stuff because we had something else going on that was very invigorating, which is why, to your point of when we change shows, I think our energy will pick up a little bit more. Because I can't wait to show you the L Word, which, to what we were saying before, is basically just tits.
Yeah, and I've been like slowly watching more of Charmed again to like refresh my brain because I grew up on the show. I've watched Charmed all the way through twice in my lifetime. I feel like I need one more. You know what I mean? Like before we get started, I feel like I need one more full watch through before we start. So I'm slowly working on that, but I'm working 2 jobs right now. I work 6 days in a row.
My issue with wanting to do an L Word rewatch is I have a tendency to get secondhand embarrassment from some of the characters. So like once that happens, I stop watching for weeks on end. So
yeah,
like when we have the podcast, I won't have the option to do that. But so now that I have the DVDs, I am actually interested to finally watch it to see the original music because I've never actually heard the original music.
Oh yeah.
So I might do that. I might do that for
because the music's still the same. Well, a lot of music has to be the same because they did a lot of guest musical stars, like guest bands, guest singers. Like that was a thing for a while on Charmed, is who was the guest music that episode, which I think you're really going to enjoy that aspect because it's just a lot of shit from like the late 90s and early 2000s. So some fun faces show up.
Well, same with the L Word. Like they had legit like queer celebrities, people, like actual people, like
hell yeah,
like the band Betty is just in the show most of the time,
as they should be.
Like I think they did the theme song that they used for season 2 onward, but like they're just constantly just popping up. It's like this is fun. Okay.
But yeah, I don't really have a lot of notes on this one. Like I think my score is interesting compared to the amount of notes that I have, but I think my score it comes off more of like some of the enjoyability for me. Like, while nothing fucking happened really, and I was kind of annoyed with so much of it, I still, like, I got Robin back. Regina's happy.
Yeah.
How can I not be happy?
Mm-hmm.
How can I not be
No, that's
happy?
fair.
This is all I've wanted. I've been
Yeah.
bitching about this since he died. I am happy.
All right, let's get into some fun facts.
Oh boy.
So, as we've said before, obviously our showrunners are big fans of classic rock and things like that. So this episode
Yeah.
shares its name with a song by Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen is how you say his name. Emma naming herself Swan in the CPS office is an inconsistency. I don't want to call it a plot hole because it was more of what we had heard before, what people operate under was something that Jennifer Morrison had said, not necessarily what was in the show. Because Jen had previously said that Emma got that name from her first foster family.
Gotcha. I
I'm
will
going to call it
say,
an inconsistency. No, you're good.
I will say though, it is very obvious by now that we are watching Emma's finale. Like, as I'm watching, I'm like, we're watching the end of Emma's story. It is now, like, this episode definitely solidifies that for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, like, I do like how they're doing that. Like, you can tell this is her end. Like, if you didn't want to, if someone didn't know, they're dumb.
I'm curious. Let me see if I can find if I can't find this in a few seconds. I'm going to see if I can find
when they announced it was her last.
Yeah,
because this definitely screams like. I mean, because obviously you're showing young Emma and everything else like that. That's a big part of it, but just the width of you can feel the finality of it.
Yeah. Like, okay, so the Deadline article serves on why she's leaving, but this was right before the finale. Let me see. Curious. Yeah, the Deadline article that I have that's like on, it's not necessarily the announcement. Let me add announcement. E-News, March 29th, 2018.
When did
nope,
this
that's
come
wrong.
out?
That's 2018. This is 2017. I'm getting a lot of why. Like, the articles are talking about why. Let's see. Okay, anything from 2017 is coming out May 8th. So I'm going to go with they didn't announce it to us until just before the finale of the season. They clearly knew.
Oh, it was so. This episode was so obvious.
But, like, okay, yeah. So May 8th, 2017 is when this was announced because every article that's talking about it is from May 8th, 2017.
Damn.
So, I mean, they had to have known from the beginning of the season. There's just no way that they didn't. Because even from the very beginning, like, I'm going to go with, like, whenever they do whatever negotiations they do for the beginning of the seasons, that's probably when she was like, this is my last.
Damn. I say
But for the fans, it wasn't announced.
Here.
Yeah. No, it was just fair. But, like, given the fact that, because here's the thing, it's like, especially for the fandom and, like, for any TV show, really, until it's announced, you don't know if it's coming back. Unless, like, it's been, like we said before, Has Been Hotel has been greenlit through season 5. We already know that, like, season 4 was already in production anyway. So we just know now that, like, they're going to get, and I think Viv has said that 5 seasons is what she wanted for the show. No, season 3 hasn't come out yet. Season 3 is just done.
Oh, it's just done.
Well, because they greenlit 3 and 4 at the same time, so they were able to do the production much closer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, like,
I just need to finish season 2.
No. We don't have a date for season 3 yet, but we know that like, recording is done.
There you go. There's a special. Katie just needs to finish the Has Been season 2 so we can talk about it.
Lauren wants to scream about the Sapphic duet.
I know, and I'm so sorry. I'm working 6 days a week right now.
You're okay. We will get there eventually. Our special, like, I think this can be much sooner, but much later. But, like, our first Has Been one was, like, out months after it was done anyway.
Yeah, that is true. I'm also just really excited for this summer though, because I know we've talked before about how I feel about the fact that musicals are not super accessible for people like myself, and seeing that 2 musicals are going to be out in theaters this summer. I get to see Hadestown. I get to see Hadestown.
But to my point, what I was saying before is, like, this, you know that Jen is leaving. There's one more season because you're watching this from the future.
Oh,
from the future, like, watching it in real time, it just makes you wonder if this is the end of the show.
You are a walking SpongeBob reference.
This is not news. You want a SpongeBob reference? You want a Simpsons reference? I got you. So when you're watching it in real time, though, these kinds of things that is the end of Emma's arc because there's one more season, is us going, is this the end of the show? Because that's what it feels like. Because while I continue with my thing of the overarching theme of the show being what happens when the evil queen gets her happy ending, and Regina really doesn't get that until the season 7 finale. She gets a version of it in season 6. Like, if they hadn't got renewed for a 7th season, I would have been fine with it. I happen to like her ending.
Well, now
in
seeing that we have another version of Robin back, like, something good has to happen for her now, please. If they don't, like, I'm just, ugh.
I played the 5th. You were saying that.
God
you're saying
damn
that,
it.
You're saying it too much, and I'm like staying silent.
Damn it. I want her to be happy.
We'll get to it when we get to it. But
am I going to be mad?
I don't know. He doesn't die again. Let's just put that out there. He doesn't die again.
I don't like how you're answering this.
I can't say. There's
so many things. I don't like you anymore.
Yes, you do. There's so many things in these couple of episodes that I have so much to say on, but I can't say any of it yet. And some of it I can't say until season 7.
This is why every time that one video of what's her face with fuck, now I'm bad at names. Sarah Paulson and what is it, Kathy Bates?
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I see that video, I send it to you every single time because it's us.
It is.
It's us.
So,
depending on the day on which one we are.
True. All right. I've only gotten through 2 of the fun facts. I actually have quite a few.
Shut up, Katie.
So the tavern where Regina finds Robin is the same set as the tavern. Like, they make a point of it's the same framing. It's the same set as the one from 303.
Okay.
So it's that same framing. Unsurprisingly, Jen and Ian kept bursting into laughter when shooting with Wish Realm Hook, because how can you not?
Oh my God. Just too fucking funny.
Yeah. Emma's comments on August's typewriter and says that she wasn't sure if the sound she heard was a typewriter or a Tommy gun. This is one of the nicknames for the Thompson submachine gun, which is also known as the Chicago typewriter, because of the sound of a Tommy gun being fired in the distance resembles the sound of a typewriter typing on a typewriter, because the weapon was in popular use in Chicago during the 1920s.
You don't say.
There's your gun history for you.
Never thought we'd get there.
Yeah,
went from eggs to gun history.
Yeah. So as young Emma is hiding under the bridge, she's covering up actually with her old baby blanket. So we do see that very briefly.
That.
For the Wish Realm scenes for the enchanted tree, so they have a tree stump prop that they used, and then they CGI'd in the rest of the tree bits. So it's my guess is it's which makes sense. It's a pretty elaborate tree.
It is an elaborate tree.
Yeah. And also, very briefly, in the beginning when we see Henry on the horse, if you're looking really closely, you can see the horse handler's hand when he's turning around. I'm like, they didn't really frame that very well. And this is my favorite bit, because this is one of the rarities when the international titles were all different.
Ooh.
The one closest to the English title was Portuguese, being More Valiant Than The Others.
Ooh.
See, this is what happens, though, when the title isn't thematically necessarily about something, it just kind of works, and it's just a reference to something else. Like the fact that the episode is a reference to a Bruce Springsteen song. This is kind of what happens. So, so Portuguese was More Valiant Than The Others. Italian was just The Swan. German was Help from Pinocchio, and
Germans are so literal.
My all-time favorite is French, though. The Other Robin. That's just what
fucking French, man.
They always pick the thing that's not actually central to the episode.
Well, that spoils it.
It does.
Imagine being French and you're like, what do you mean the other Robin? What the fuck? What's happening?
They already knew Robin. We'd seen Robin previously.
Oh, yeah.
But we knew. But the previously on, though, because I did actually watch it this time, reminded me that no one actually got their 3 wishes out of Aladdin. Because Evil Queen, so Evil Queen Regina equate 1. They got 2 wishes. David gets 1. and then passes it off to Jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
So no one actually got their 3 wishes.
They don't seem to be complaining.
No.
Haven't we just wish that Gideon would be normal?
That would be nice.
And not creepy and dumb.
I wish my son was not a sociopath.
A lot of people could use that.
Yeah. So I kind of don't like the header we have with August keeping tabs on Emma. Like, I know the whole point, like, throughout the episode, obviously she figures out that it's August, but that kind of defeats the purpose of him as feeling as guilty as he does when he starts turning, because the whole point of him turning into Wood is because he was selfish.
Yeah,
and yes, he did
true.
leave her alone, but but for him to be keeping tabs on her is still being selfless, brave, and true at the end of the day. Is still following through with what his father asked him to do. So if we're going to go that far at kind of like, it works against the characterization they've already given the character. Because the point that they've made is that he was selfish. He chose the easy path, the one, like, he could have taken care of Emma and he chose not to. And then, like, we find him, as an adult in Phuket. So it makes you wonder what happened between the teenager that was watching her and the grown man that went to travel the world.
And I'm assuming we don't find out.
No, we don't. I think this might be the last time we see Ian Bailey.
Aww.
This might be the last time we see August. I don't remember, but I love him. I think this might be the last time we see August. So,
because I always pick characters that are barely in the show.
You got more than me. My true love is Mila. I got 3 episodes.
I love her.
We'll get a lot of her in the L Word. And Helena is so vastly different than Mila.
It's gonna be interesting.
Like,
but I'm excited to see because, like, I'm sure her acting skills are fucking phenomenal.
Oh, she's amazing.
As I say, I've only really seen her in this one role.
Because she's also, like, Rachel Shelley she's very good with the drama. She's very good with the intensity. Helena is, while in the first season she is kind of villainess-y in the way because that's the way she's written. She's meant to be there to kind of put a wedge in the main couple. The character is so deeply unserious. Like, most of the characters are. She's like, we don't see it once. We see a lot in the L Word is her comedy.
Ooh. Like, that one line, though. That one line. What was my favorite line? You repeated it so many times.
So you've been with my former lover and my son?
Oh, so good.
But it's interesting. That's one that's, like, not meant to be. I mean, I guess it is kind of meant to be funny. But, like,
that is meant to be funny.
The thing that I go back to all the time, because this is actually, I used this as a cue in line when I was doing a book recently, was, does it make a difference if I'm fucking a beautiful woman for money? Like, she just says that. And it's like, because like the point, she's like before that, it's like, I'm gonna be a whore. Like, that's the line. I'm just like, this is great.
I think I've said that before in my life.
I'm gonna be a whore.
It was a great time.
It's a great scene though, because at one point, like, the group is I mean, we'll still see this in like 2 years, but like the group is trying to like tell her like if this is okay. And one of them was like she said that she gave a horn player a blowjob for a line of cocaine, and then they're like, did you feel better? She's like, no, I was like, how'd you feel? High. I was a high ho. It's a different character. This is very funny. So we're gonna get a lot more comedy in the L Word than we do on Once.
I think I'm gonna call myself that the next time I get high.
I think you should.
High ho. High ho.
But so I wrote down some places where I was like, minus this, minus that, because I actually do have some places of like, minus personal for, so everyone has a magic dampening cuff now. But I have minus plot, especially because plot hole for if the wardrobe was made, there should not be any more enchanted trees. They make a point of saying that Geppetto still, like, he dismantled the wardrobe that Geppetto made. If you just go as far as to say that he did not make it, then this is not a plot hole. But you purposefully put that in there. It is decidedly the last enchanted tree. This is your own show. These are the showrunners that wrote this. They get no grace for getting their own pilot.
Yeah.
Or for doing it that way. I don't care. So there was a lot of that. Yeah, the thing with Wishhook, there's no explanation for him being the way he is. There is in season 6. I'm just gonna say this for season 7. The wish realm is not as impermanent as they think it is. I'm gonna just leave it at that. They're under the impression that when they leave, the whole place just kind of like collapses. It don't do that. So I can't say anything else, but like we do actually see a little bit of why Wish Hook ends up the way he does.
Okay.
We see a bit of that story. Let's see, what else do I got? So Rumpel's thing where like, that she starved the woman he loves to death in a tower. It wasn't on purpose. Like if we really think about it, because with the way that it's done, I don't mind saying this part from because we get a bit of this in season 7. When the war is over, whatever, Regina is exiled and what have you. So in this realm, we never got as far as what happens in the Queen of Hearts, where Hook comes to kidnap Belle and it doesn't work and he goes to Cora. That never happens. No one knows that Belle is there. So Regina is captured and therefore exiled. There's no one there to free Belle. Oops, she dies.
So there's no Gideon.
Not in that realm. There was quite a bit of blooper brain rot in this episode, which was really fun because we have the very beginning, Ian forgetting the hug in the blocking. So he just randomly hugs Emma he hugs Jen mid line because he forgot to do it. And then when Rumpel locks them in the cage and Lana goes to bang the door, it just opens. She just goes, "We're free!" She's so excited. So so we have that. I think more blooper brain rot. And like Robin made a good point. Believing a life in an alternate universe is much better for him is pretty fucking easy.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. I'll save the last bit of my blooper brain rot and everything at the end since we're getting close to time here. So Katie, what did you rate this episode? I'm curious.
So I gave plot 7. Like
Okay.
enough happened. I kind of I liked getting August back and everything with Robin and Regina. Like there was a lot of good here. It's just the other end of the story. Nothing happened.
Yeah, true.
Like we didn't need all that stuff with Gideon and like just even with her Emma fighting him and everything. I'm just like, cool, sword's broken. It's great. Once again, more problems. But character and personal, I both gave 8s because I did enjoy it. Like I got some good stuff out of this. It's a 23.
Yeah, not bad. My score is very close to yours. I gave personal a 7 just in total. It's just not my favorite episodes. It's a lot of Gideon. It's a lot of that. Like the part of story, like the flow of it just doesn't feel necessarily appropriate. So plot, it gets an 8 because it lost that plot hole thing of
inconsistency.
There shouldn't be any more enchanted trees. Just plus in general, it's like the plot is getting them back, and we have this first teaser fight. And so character gets a 9 at the end of the day. Like I really only took off a point because Gideon annoys me. So I gave it a 24. At the end of the day, but because like really, the only other blooper brain I had, because I do like the scene at the end, like there. Gideon thinks it's this big fight, but Emma notices like this isn't exactly how my vision is going. Like there's some things that can change, but like she's wearing the wrong outfit. Snow isn't there. Like there's some things that are like, yes, things can change, but not this much. So she notes that she's like, no, I am fated to die, but not today. And I like that. But in that scene, like when they're explaining everything, Lana had such a hard time, and I relate to this heavily, saying alternate reality. Like it's just her just saying like alternate reality. I can't say it. She's just trying, and then she does say it, and she gets through the copies of everyone, and then when she's about to say the "I brought him back" line, they just all burst into laughter because I'm sure they're recording it. They're filming this probably at like 4 a.m. if it's that dark. Like they're all delirious. They all want to go home. But I can attest, saying alternate is hard without it sounding overly enunciated, because otherwise it kind of like just saying alternate in a performance setting, it just kind of in the grand scheme of a sentence, like it's gonna always sound a little muddled or overly enunciated. I don't know what it is about that word.
Lots of T's.
So alternate reality. It's a hard word.
Thank you all for listening. Join us next time when we discuss Bob's Burgers Season 12, Episode 13, Forget Me Not, and Episode 14, Video Killed the Genio Star. Don't forget to like, rate, and follow the podcast wherever you listen so you can be notified every time we publish a new episode. Follow us at OBDYK_pod on Instagram and Blue Sky. If you'd like to join our Patreon, you can find the link with more details in our show notes.
This has been an episode of Okay, But Did You Know? A TV and media podcast. It was hosted by Lauren and Katie and edited by Lauren.